Well, California strikes again. There is an assembly bill, AB 736, that is currently making its way through Sacramento. Ultimately, it needs to pass, and then the governor has to sign off on it. It's not something we vote on, but it is something you can call your representative and talk about. But I just want to talk about what this is, because holy cow. First of all, it's more tax. And as we all know, we don't trust our state to do very much with our tax dollars. But there's a nuance to this that just really pisses me off. It's insulting, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But first, let's talk about Assembly Bill. So up until now, there has been a transfer tax when you sell your property. And yes, it's a chance for the state to grab some money. I understand that. But let's talk about some numbers. So typically what we've seen is a transfer tax of about 0.11%. So giving you examples is if you sell your house in California for $930,000, which by the way is pretty reasonable, you can basically mathematically predict you're going to pay this much in transfer tax, $1,023. Now, what Assembly Bill 736 is proposing is that they're going to generously put a cap on how much a transfer tax would be. Here's the kicker. They're saying the cap will be 3%, up to 3%. It changes from person to person. And using this example, this means that if AB 736 passes, that $930,000 transaction, instead of costing you $1,000 in transfer tax, will cost you about $28,000. Now, first of all, let's talk about why they're doing this. It's the same reason every time. They need more resources. They want to support the schools. They want to support all the programs. I understand that. However, what have you done with what we've given you so far? But here's the part that just upsets me to no end. They paint it as if they're doing us a favor, right? Pretend you hire an attorney and you put them on retainer and they're going to represent you for, I don't even know, 5 years. I don't know how that works. But let's pretend the attorney says, hey, good news, $1,000, we will represent you. You'll keep us on retainer. And then after a couple years, they say, hey, great news, we're putting a new office policy in place and we will not charge you more than $28,000 as a retainer. Your immediate thought would say, how is that a promise? We agreed on 1,000. Like, where's this coming from? And they say, well, look, we're not saying we're going to go up to that. We're just saying we won't go above that. As we all know, as soon as a government or large body says, hey, this is the line, you best believe they're getting as close to that line as possible. And that's the concern, is in passing this and saying, hey, we won't go above 3%, they're ignoring the fact that up until this point, it's been 0.11%. So for them to say, hey, we got you, don't worry, we're going to put a cap on this bad boy as a favor to you, they are A, just absolutely insulting us and increasing this, but B, they are going to put something in place that is going to be considered the norm. Now 2%, 2.5%, 1.5% is now going to be socially acceptable in the state of California. Now, unfortunately, like I said, this isn't something we vote on. This is something that it goes through Sacramento and then the governor signs off on it. And I guess what you can do is talk to your state representative and talk about how you don't want this. But I mean, here's the thing. California, we're not doing ourselves any favors. We're not doing ourselves any favors. And if we thought that the boomer is staying still because they don't want to move, well, are we giving them any incentive at this point? Are we giving them any incentive by saying, hey, great news, I know you didn't want to sell before, but now when you do sell, we're going to take an extra $30,000 out of your pocket? I can't. I don't know.